What's up everyone on the internet? Thank you for making this video part. I'm so excited to upload this one for you guys because this video we'll be taking a look at an anime film that really caught my attention with its take on a classic beloved story, Belle. So this movie came out last year, and one of the reasons why I was very excited to watch this film was because it was directed by Mamoru Hosoda. I hope I pronounced that right. But for those of you who may not know, he made this little film that I like to watch every Mother's Day called Wolf Children. And once I found out that this guy is one of the reasons why I cry every Mother's Day, this movie was instantly on my radar. Like I said, this movie came out last year in the US and is set in a modern world where people can physically surf through the internet through virtual headsets. And right from the get-go, I was like, this is pretty cool. This is almost like Ready Player One, or for my anime fans, this is a lot like Sword Art Online, minus the player killing. But anyway, the story revolves around a teenager named Suzu who is very passionate about singing and writing music. And I love how the film begins the story by throwing us into this world and having us see our main character sing the movie's most popular song. Not gonna lie, right after I heard that first song, and among other songs as well, I immediately downloaded them onto my playlist. Because for me, music is one of the things that I really pay attention to, whether I'm watching an anime or watching a movie. And if it can win me over, then it makes the whole storytelling experience much better. And I love how this first song starts us off by playing some band drums, almost like a parade is about to start, before hearing the most energetic vocals that is very welcoming and inviting, almost as if the main character is inviting you to take part within this parade. But going back to the story, while it is centered around Suzu and her passion for music, that's behind closed doors and on her downtime, and what everyone else sees on the surface is that she is very distant to people given how she experienced some childhood trauma in her past. It's not until when her best friend persuades her into creating a virtual account where she becomes Belle and is instantly popular after singing a couple of songs, which was something that really caught my attention as we are currently living in a world where anyone can be anybody thanks to the internet. For some people who struggle with dealing with other people in the real world, they may seek refuge in the internet, knowing that they can create their own identities and become popular in their own domain. It's pretty much a double-edged sword, given how creating an internet persona can be both a good thing and a bad thing. But anyway, going back to the movie, while Belle's in the middle of one of her concerts, someone with a very scary avatar decides to crash it and the event is cut short. Now, even though this encounter is brief, it's enough to catch Belle's interest to where she wants to learn more about this one person who a lot of people have been calling him the Beast. And it is here where we begin to see this story find its rhythm as we follow Belle's journey into learning more about this one person who is very angry, but is also in a lot of pain. Because to Belle, she knows what it's like to be in a lot of pain and react to the world in a negative sort of way, and thinks that maybe she's the only one who actually understands what this person is going through and can actually help him. So we have this character who is known for her beauty and is trying to help someone who a lot of people have labeled as a beast. Sound familiar? I mean, it should, because if you didn't see any of the trailers, it'd be pretty hard to miss knowing that this movie is basically a retelling of Beauty and the Beast. And this is where the movie gets some of the nitpick criticism. Now, while I saw this as a very fun adaptation to a very well-known story, but only modernized and made into an anime, there were those who quickly began to compare this to the Disney film, which is something that has very much bothered me, given how there are Disney purists who do get on the defensive side when they see something completely brand new that they think is trying to imitate a movie that they really love. In this case, one could say that Belle does play similar beats that we do see in Beauty and the Beast, which is where some viewers can get riled up and are like, how dare they make my favorite movie into an anime? This is an outrage! I oppose this! I don't know why I went to an angry British person, but that's how I see some of the Disney purists. And you gotta remember that the story of Beauty and the Beast goes back hundreds of years to where it was first published in 1740. And most oftentimes, people do forget that there have been countless adaptations since then. It's also because of Disney that this story is much more popular than ever before, given how Disney gave us a film that brought us a sense of joy, wonder, and magic that people now associate that story with the movie they love. And to those who think that Belle ruined Beauty and the Beast, let me ask you this. At any point when you were watching Beauty and the Beast on Disney Plus, did it cut to a scene that came from Belle? No, I think not. My case made. Now, just so you know, I am not mad at Disney. In fact, I really love watching Disney films. I'm just expressing my emotional opinion about those who make unfair comparisons. But anyway, going back to Belle, I saw this movie as a very fun adaptation to a very well-known story that has clearly stood the test of time, but it was done in a way that is meant to appeal to anime fans. So overall, I really enjoyed this movie as it not only takes inspiration from Beauty and the Beast, but also provides its own spin on things. Now, what I mean by that is that even though we're seeing the story being told in the virtual world as sort of a fairy tale, the story that we see being told in the real world, it almost feels like a teen drama. Because while Belle is trying to help the Beast, Suzu is trying to open up to the world that she shut out. And while I enjoyed watching this movie tell two different stories and switch between them simultaneously up until the third act of the film where both stories almost seem to come together, I could see how this could lead to some criticism given how both storylines are playing this game of tug of war and trying to gain the viewer's attention. But like I said, it's not until when you get into the third act of the film where you begin to see those two storylines come together in a very beautiful way. Again, I enjoyed watching this movie, and I really did enjoy how some of the songs were actually used as pivotal plot devices for the story. Without going into spoilers, I will say that sometimes the passion you put into your hobbies can reach out to others in the most positive way. So hopefully this video reaches out to you in a very positive way, because making YouTube videos is something that I really love doing. With that being said, if you want to watch something new, or if you're a fan of the story of Beauty and the Beast, I highly recommend you watch this film. Well, that's going to do it for this video, guys. That was my overall review for Belle. If you like what you saw, click the subscribe button so you guys updates from this channel. I'll see you next time with a brand new video. Bye-bye.